A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Madras International Circuit. This is your commentator, Mr. M, signing in for another epic action-packed race day. We are standing here at the main straight of the Madras International Circuit, ready for day 2 of racing of the 4th round of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship 2024, powered by Indian Oil Storm, the ultimate racing fuel. Now up next, we've got the first race of this beautiful Sunday. It's race 10 of the weekend, and it is the second race of the stock up to 165cc all-girls grid. And this is the all-girls category, and the championship is reaching its crescendo. We're having a big battle for that title showdown. It is the penultimate round, and the points are racking up. 4 points stand between our top 3 riders. Of course, Jagdish Kumaresan, who's starting from P2 for this race, is leading the charge. But we've got Rakshita and Rihanna B, both hot in pursuit of that championship title. Rihanna, of course, starting from that pole seat. So can she convert that into a win? Another successive win. It's going to be all on the cards today. So stay tuned to catch the live racing action right here, right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Rehana and I'm coming from Chennai. I've been racing since past 7 years, and this is my new team, new avatar. So I've been taken a team swap this round due to better performance, and I wanted to inch closer to the title. So I'm really working hard to get better on the title this time. So I had a better opportunity with Team Rockers Racing. So we had a collaboration to get better this season, this round. So I'm with Team Rockers Racing this season. That is the only reason behind the team swap. Coming to the point of view of my bike and me, I was able to perform really better because I had good connection between me and the bike. I felt like the bike is my best friend now, and we are able to immensely. I think this is the best thing ever can happen to a rider, and that has happened to me. This all credit goes to my team who has given me the best bike so far, and I was able to heart-solely ride this bike. I can show my aggressiveness, my love, my soul, my heart, and my warmthness, whatever it is. I'm showing everything with the bike, and bike is able to bear me. That's the only thing. So yeah, I'm very happy to sit on the bike and able to push much more stronger with the performance because I had a lead of 4 seconds in my qualifying. In my racing, yes, I had a 7 seconds of lead in my race. So I'm very happy, and the entire crew and team is very happy about it. Especially my parents, my supporters, and everyone is happy.
A very good morning, racing fans. Welcome back to the Madras International Circuit. We're coming to you live with the 4th round of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship 2024, powered by Indian Oil Storm, the ultimate racing fuel. This is your commentator, Mr. M, signing in for the weekend, and joining me in the commentary box is my Dear friend, Mr. Anand Krishnan, welcome back.
Thank you, Vivek.
I think this Sunday is definitely promising to be a very exciting race day indeed. We've got a lot of races planned, and of course we are going to be starting off the first race of today. It's the stock 130 to 165cc open category race. And this is the all-girls grid. What a specially designed grid in the championship for the women of our country. While the bikes are out on their formation lap, let's take a quick look at our grid. Starting off in pole is Rihanna B, who's currently third in that championship fight. From Rockers Racing in P2 is Jagadrishi Kumaresan, who's taken the lead after yesterday's race finish. She is got 147 points, and she's racing with one racing. Rakshita Dave from RACR Castrol Power Ultimate is now starting from P3, and she is currently P2 in the championship. The points difference between Rakshita and Jagadrishi, just a single point. Starting off from row 2 is the Motul Sparks Racing team, 3 riders, with the comeback of Jagrati Penkar, who's done fairly well for her comeback, considering she's coming back after a hiatus. We've got Aishwarya and Saima both racing with Motul Sparks Racing team, joining the grid in P5 and P6. In row 3, we've got SP Shurya from from One Racing, who's in P7. Shanti Chandra in P8 from Alpha Racing. Of course, we're missing out on number P9 rider Sarah Khan this time around. And the last bike on the grid is Suchitra from PRN Motorsports. So there you go, folks, the 10 bike grid for the all-girls grid. Now this is a very exciting championship battle. We never thought it would be so tight. 4 points stand between the top 3. 4 points stand between Rihanna, Jagadashri and Rakshita. Well, Anant, we are in for a treat. This battle looks to be going down to the wire. The lights are on and it's go time. A good start there for our top 2. Of course, Rakshita falling behind there. Jagrati Penkar getting a great start and moving up a spot. This could be a very interesting initial couple of corners where they're scramming for position. But Rihanna seems to have gotten the whole shot out into turn 1. A good battle is going to be ensuing here, and there it is. Right at turn 2, Rihanna P from Rockers Racing clearly getting a very good drive out of those 2 corners.
And in P3, with a very solid recovery, you have Rakshita Dave. Not the best of starts, but it didn't affect her position on P3, right on the tail of Jagati Shri there, and perhaps in a good position to make that inside move going into C4.
I think a very good recovery from Rakshita indeed. She did lose out a bit of time there in that race start, but this is good recovery. Looks like Jagadashri and Rakshita now trying to reel in Rihanna B. Yesterday, we saw Rihanna really take off after that first lap. She was putting in a solid difference in terms of the distance that she had built up ahead of her competition.
And she looks really well set to do the same thing today. I don't think Jaga and Rakshita have today what it takes to beat Rihanna B. Rihanna B definitely, even in the early parts of this race, looks to be in a league of her own. Already a second or a second and a half is the lead between her and the 2 riders battling it out for second place. And there you see a brilliant move. Ooh, that's a really difficult section of the track to carry so much pace because the braking is so hard coming into that left-hander at C10. Rakshita does it beautifully. Taking P2, can she take the fight up to Rihanna B?
Well, Rakshita is looking like she woke up on the right side of the bed today. Even with that little bit of a knocked up start, it has been a good recovery ride from her, and she's moved up into P2. Now that is progress in this race. We're come to the end of lap 1, and looks like Rihanna B is carrying the fastest lap around the track. That's the time to beat a 2:14.492 with a very strong sector 2.
Ooh, a little bit of an issue there for Rakshita. Going out on the exit of C1. Does she have to pay the price for that, or will she be able to hold on to that pedo?
Last time around, Rakshita clocked in 2:15.190 and Jagdashri a 2:15.927, and there you can see the time difference. Looks like Rakshita did lose out a spot, giving Jagdashri just what she needed to get ahead of Rakshita here.
Rakshita seems to have that slight edge on straight line speed over Jagatishri. Oh, the battle is heating up between these two.
This P2 battle is going to be a really, really strong one to the finish. All three contenders have a lot to lose now. There is a lot at stake. The championship title, in fact, is at stake here. Rihanna recovering, using round 4 to really regain traction. She came into this round P3 in the championship, and now she has been racking up those points.
If it ends this way, she will take a slight lead in the championship over Jagatishri and Rakshita Dave.
Well, of course, between Jagdashri and Rakshita, there's a single point difference. And I think that's what's playing in their head right now. The strategy of how they position themselves at the end of this round. Because round 5, of course, we're going into the final round of the season. And all three have an equal chance at taking the championship title.
Absolutely. And it's very, very important that these three riders bring those motorcycles home. Watch out for Rakshita Dave's brilliant C1.
Rakshita now lining up for another attack. Can she close enough? Can she close in on Jagadashri here and make the move? Not as close enough. Jagadashri taking
going
the
on the
inside
outside.
line.
Ooh, that's C1 prowess that Rakshita has, really playing to her advantage there, but really not quite there to make that move. Rakshita somehow managing to stay in front. In the meantime, Rihanna at the end of 2 laps is 3.8 seconds ahead of the battle behind her.
That's a solid lead considering the stock category bikes here. Now these are the same motorcycles. They're all riding the Yamaha R15s. No internal modifications allowed.
Yeah, these are completely stock motorcycles that are blueprinted based on factory specifications, but no add-on parts or modifications allowed in this category.
The only changes are that the headlights, the mirrors, the stands, etc. have been removed for safety purposes, and a fiber mold or the actual fairing is just slapped back on.
Rihanna is just cruising here. She has absolutely no danger from either of these two participants. That was the door was just slammed shut on Rakshita there.
I think Jagdashri really doing everything she can. She's just outperforming Rakshita at the moment by just that a little bit. You know, in terms of lap times, they're more or less on the same sector. They're both doing a 2:11, early 2:11s. It's just who's getting a little bit more advantage in the corner.
Yeah, at this point, both of them are riding so close together for the last couple of laps. It's almost as if they are joined at the hip. Remains to be seen, can Rakshita Dave mount another attack going into C1 and C2?
It's the same story. I think Rakshita is playing her strategy quite cleverly here. She's probably sitting right behind now.
Rakshita Dave has done it this time.
And she makes the move, gets on the inside of turn 1. Brilliant stuff there from Rakshita. 2 laps remaining to the checkered flag. And it looks like Rihanna has clocked in another fastest lap. And that's the lap time to beat.
And the lead between Rihanna and these two right now at 5.7 seconds. She's clocking a couple of seconds a lap quicker than Rakshita Dave and Jagatishri.
I mean, a 5-second lead now. And that second is just going to keep building here. Because the more these two fight...
The move lining up, and Jagatishri is going to make that work.
Ooh, deep into turn 4. They're very deep into turn 4. Jagadashri goes on the inside and really goes late on those brakes. gets the bike to turn, somehow keeps it on the racing line. Brilliant stuff there from both Rakshita and Jagadishri here, because Rakshita carried that line brilliantly well to still be latched on to Jagadishri there.
Absolutely. I think they're showing their strengths there. Rakshita having a really good first sector advantage over Jagatishri, and Jagatishri really snatching back that advantage in the beginning of sector 2.
And the lap times clearly are showing the difference here. Rihanna having a 5-second lead, close to now it'll be about 6+ second lead over Jagadishri and Rakshita, while Jagrati Penkar and Aishwarya from Mortal Sparks Racing Team having another 5 seconds ahead of SP Shurya and the rest of the pack there. So there you see the front runners, the mid pack and the back markers. It clearly shows the difference in lap times and how it evolves through the races, through each lap.
Rakshita's lining up Jagatishri for another attack. She's really close and in an excellent position.
She gets on the slipstream, but this time it's an outside line approach. Jagadishri taking the inside line now. She's keeping a tight watch on Rakshita. This could be a pivotal moment. We're going into the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Rihanna B in cruise control in the front, but the battle for P2 is on between Jagadishri and Rakshita Dave. Jagadishri currently the championship leader, but she could be dethroned now as the championship leader going into round 5. Seeing how the results pan out for round 4. Brilliant stuff here from Jagadishri.
Jaga did really well to defend against that attack from Rakshita. Now she's in a section of the track where she has shown slightly stronger strength than Rakshita. Can Rakshita make that move? Yes, she does. That's really close going into C4. And Rakshita wins that battle. That was really close and really ballsy there.
She kept to her guts. What a brilliant move from Rakshita Dave. I mean, just going deep into turn 4 and sticking to her line. She gets ahead, but I have to give points to Jagadishri. Again, repeating the same order as the earlier lap. Both these riders are so equally posed in terms of their current pace. It's brilliant.
Oh, that's really good defensive riding there by Rakshita.
Well, she clearly knows what's at stake, and she's clearly playing the strategy of defending that line superbly well. We're in the last sector, ladies and gentlemen. Rihanna B in the lead. She's got an 8-second lead now. The checkered flag waves for our race leader and what will be the new championship leader.
That was
Rihanna B from
really
Rockers Racing. Coming through turn 12 now. Sweeping through into the main straight. Has she done it? She's made it a double win for round 4 and will take those 25+ points to clear the championship lead. And the battle for P2 is done and dusted. It's Rakshita Dave from RACR Castrol Power Ultimate that takes P2 after a very valiant fight, and I think it was strategy that played efficiently for Rakshita Dave. And in P3, it's Jagadishri Kumaresan from One Racing that takes home that P3. Brilliant stuff from our top 3. Jagadishri Penkar and Aishwarya crosses the line in P4 and P5. SP Shurya follows closely behind. And so does the rest of the pack. What an incredible race. What a fight to the championship. With this change, it adds valuable points to the kitty now. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be catching up with our winners at the Park for me. I'm sure you want to know how their race went. What was the strategy going into the race and how they thought their race ended. Stay tuned, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Jaga, congratulations. It was a really difficult race, right? Fighting from the first corner of the first lap to the last corner of the last lap.
Yeah, it's a hard race for me, but still it's good to be on the podium. But because of my illness, I couldn't push too much and it's okay. I'll come back stronger for the next round, and I would like to thank MRF MMSC fmsci for organizing this event, and I'd like to thank One Racing, my team, and Ziri Garage for giving me the wonderful mission, and my fitness coach Farooq Warriors, and data technician DDRS, and my sponsors Bikers Module and Deb Nitro for the support. And yeah, it's a hard race for me, but I'll get stronger for the next round, definitely.
All right, congratulations and all the best, Jaga. Rakshita, congratulations. Wasn't a really good start for you, but somehow you didn't let that affect you and you got that really good line out of C1 and stuck to Jaga and were able to fight with her for the rest of the race.
Yeah, I messed up the start and I was P3 throughout the first lap. I made a move and I went to P2, but I made a mistake in C1 where I ran out wide. I was on the grass. So I got back to P3 and it was a fight back and forth, P2, P3, but I managed to make a move in C4 and I stuck to my defensive line throughout. I would like to congratulate Jaga for the amazing fight, and I think, I'm not sure, but I think I'm back on the championship and it's great. This was not what we expected, but it's an improvement, so I'm happy for it. I would like to thank my team, Aresha, Cashall, Power One for the amazing bike, Rajni Anna, Sharat Anna, Anand Anna, and everyone who worked for this bike. I would like to thank MMSC and FMSci, MRF for this wonderful event. And yeah, better next time. Thank you.
So like you brought up the championship, I think there are less than 5 points before you came into the race between the three of you. There's still less than 5 points between the three of you after the race. What can you do to catch Rihanna, who's just flying away in the front the last couple of races?
I know this is not my original pace. I have made a lot of mistakes. I know this is not my best and I'm working towards it, and we'll be back next round. Thank you.
All the best, Rakshita. Thank you so much. Hello. Rihanna, another excellent day. You couldn't do anything wrong, could you?
First, Alhamdulillah, thanks to Almighty God and for the blessings. Firstly, I would say I'm very happy with the bike, and I expected some fight this race, but I think I have taken a good start in the first lead, and my only aim is to be in the front, do not do any mistakes, because this championship point is very crucial for me. It's very important to me to step up in the championship points in the table, so I was making no mistakes, so that made me to the glory. And yeah, this was the plan from the entire pit crew. Pit crew was telling me to keep myself calm and composed and do the best timing lap so that I could get one more point extra, which is more valuable to my championship points. So yeah, I just did what I can. This is not up to my mark, but I have more potential to do more better in my upcoming races. So the goal is to take the championship this season. So yeah, I'm inching closer to it. Hope inshallah I'll try to do better and train much more harder. And thank you so much for my entire team, pit crew, mechanics, and my supporters who have helped me to get me back in this position. Thank you, Raucous Racing, and thanks to my tuner, Paneer Selvam, and thanks to my parents, my fans, family, and everyone, and especially thanks to my sponsor, Axor Helmets, who has supported me a lot, and my team sponsors, GK Industries, And BBG, thank you so much. I'll be back again much more stronger in the next race.
Congratulations and all the best.
The TVS racing team. So as you can see, this is my father here, just looking out and checking on my bike. Here we have my teammate, Mr. Deepak, who we have just finished from our race, and so here is the 165cc pit, and this is the 300cc pit. So I'll take you to the riders room now. So this is the riders area. We all sit down here, relax, and as you can see, KY is changing here. So this is what happened inside our pit, and hope you all like it. Thank you.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the start grid here live at the Madras International Circuit for another action-packed race. Welcome back, everybody, to the fourth round of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship 2024, powered by Indian Oil Storm, the ultimate racing fuel. It's time to go racing, and this is the 11th race of the weekend. And this is an exciting one. It's the premier class in the National Championship, the Pro Stock 301 to 400cc open category. And it's race 2 for them of the weekend, and the championship battle ensues on. Of course, Sarthak Chavan is sitting in a comfortable spot in the lead there, but he's got his competition chasing after that title shot. At this point, Sarthak is starting from pole for TVS Racing, and it's a great spot for him to be at. His closest rival, Shirant, starting from P2, also teammate in the TVS Racing pit. And of course, we have the return of 11-time national champion Rajani Krishnan from RACR Castrol Power and Ultimate, joining and making up the third spot on the front row. It is going to be an exciting race with the comeback of Rajni Krishnan. It does add a lot of spice to the already existing drama and competition in this category. Stay tuned to catch another action-packed and thrilling race coming up right next. So don't go anywhere, be right there, and we'll be back with racing action right here, right now.
Check. My voice.
Speaking of the mic.
Check.
Put it off and speak. Check. Welcome back, racing fans. It's time to go racing here at the Madras International Circuit. And wow, what an exciting grid to witness their race action. Welcome back, everybody, to the fourth round of the Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship. We are live with race 2 of the National Championship Pro Stock 301 to 400cc open class race 2. And while the bikes are out on their formation lap, let's take a quick look at the grid. Starting off in pole is the championship leader with 162 points. Competitor number 75, Sarthak Chavan from TVS Racing. In P2 is competitor number 93, teammate to Sarthak, and from TVS Racing, Chirantui, who's currently second in that championship battle. In P3 is Rajni Krishnan, making a comeback in this season, midway in fact, and showing us how it's done. The 11-time national champion from RACR Castrol Power Ultimate. Number 67, Rajni Krishnan. Starting off row 2, Deepak Ravikumar, who's P4 in the in P3 in the championship battles for TVS Racing. In P5 and P6 are the Custo KTM Racing India's star riders Alvin Sundar and Rahil Shetty. Of course, we got K.Y. Ahmad starting off from row 3 in P7, Vivek Pillai in P8. Anish Shetty also making a comeback this year after a hiatus for PRN Motorsports in P9. In P10, Senthil Kumar starts the fight. In P11, Mohan Babu. In P12 is Tanay Gaikwad. In P13 is Alvin Xavier. In P14 is Surya PM. In P15 is Arjun Kanwar. And in P16, closing the 16-bike grid, is Jayant Pratipati. Now that's the start order for race 2. So we have some well-known names coming back to the racing grid. And joining me in the commentary box today is Anant Krishnan. Welcome back, Anant. Exciting race ahead for us.
The premier category in Indian National Motorcycle Racing. And glad to see Anish Shetty back.
Yeah, I think with Rajni Krishnan, Anish Shetty, Rahil Shetty, and the likes of Deepak Ravikumar on this grid, it's excellent. And K.Y. Ahmad, of course. It's like the old grid is back, forming back into action. And of course, we have the younger generation here like Alvin Sundar, Sarthak Chavan, Chirantui, and the likes. It's amazing. Of course, this just in, a little bit of drama early on. Deepak Ravikumar starting from the pits. It's lights out now and go time here. Good start for the front row. Looks like all the bikes have cleared through. The KTM bikes, of course, making complete use of the ride now. An important piece of info for everybody watching us right now. The weather has definitely changed here. It's become a lot more cooler. So the riders are definitely feeling that they're going to have to work extra hard to get the right amount of traction on those tires to keep the heat. So tire management will be very crucial in this race. And of course, I think the strategy from the teams to ensure that the bikes are also at the optimum temperature is another question mark, especially on those KTMs. It's going to be an interesting strategy to see who comes out on top. This might just give KTMs the chance to be on top and get ahead of the TVS and the Yamaha R3 here.
The top three right now, Chirant Vishwanath, Rajni Krishnan and Sarthak Chavan. Rajni really giving the TVS bikes a run.
Rajni Krishnan from RACR Castrol Power Ultimate, the 11-time national champion, making his return, and making his return well known back here.
Ooh, meanwhile, Rahil Shetty there. That was a really gutsy move to leapfrog over his teammate Alvin Sundar.
Of course, the Yamaha R3s will not be... Ooh, there's some damage on Rajni Krishnan's bike. I wonder what happened there. Looks like the fairing has come off and it's scraping all over the track there.
There was some sparks I detected in C5, on the curbs of C5. Looks like, ooh, and Rajni Krishnan crashes out.
Oh no, that's the end of the race for Rajni Krishnan there.
Yeah, there was something seriously scraping on that motorcycle. And caused Rajni Krishnan to lose control of that motorcycle in C10. Rider's okay.
He's quickly trying to get the bike back up to resume back racing and maybe catch up here. We've seen Rajni do some miraculous things. And can he do that again? I don't know if he's got enough time here. We've come to the end of lap 1, going into lap 2. The lead man has changed. It's Chirantui that's probably taking the lead now ahead of Sarthak Chavan here. Wow, what a change in the order. And K.Y. Ahmad following in hot pursuit. Where are the KTM Gusto Racing India bikes? And here they are. Alvin Sundar and Rahil Shetty now. Rahil making a move on Navneet Kumar there.
Sarthak Chavan slowly trying to catch. Slowly. but surely catching up with Chirant in front. And the two of them getting some daylight between themselves, and KY Ahmed at the back. Alvin Sundar is in hot pursuit, and so is Rahul Shetty. Your prediction is absolutely right. Gusto's really starting to make an impact in this race.
Well, the TVS bikes definitely got some advantage, early advantage of really clearing the traffic, and they've put on a little bit of daylight ahead of them. They've got about a 1.5 lead ahead of the pack here, but this could be exciting stuff. Keep watching where the action will unfold. We could see the KTMs really ensue an attack in the second half of this race. While the weather conditions are definitely playing a lot on the way the race is shaping up.
Ooh, that was another mishap there for one of the riders.
Clearly, the temperature is a cause for concern at this point. Oh, this is
KY Ahmed.
Look at that, the airbags deployed immediately there.
A new feature that many of the riders are taking advantage of.
4 laps remaining to the checkered flag here. We've got some serious racing action happening in the front.
Oh, and Sarthak Chavan has almost caught up, and yet another mishap.
From the looks of it, that was Vivek Pillai from RACR Castrol Power and Ultimate that has crashed out. And I think the temperature is really playing a big role in the way the bikes are handling on the track now. And I think riders have to be a little more vigilant on how they take their racing lines and to what extent they can really push their limits at this point.
Yeah, and these two riders are known for pushing their limits. They'll have to be careful. Sarthak Chavan, the championship leader, with a clear advantage right now of 162 points over Chirant Vishwanath, who has 117. That's a 45-point advantage. But with 3 races to go, that can disappear very fast.
It still gives Chirant a chance to close in and maybe bring this back home. It still gives both of them that fight finish to the very end. Chirant now leading the charge. Can our star teenage riders keep a cool head, keep a composed ride, and make the most out of this race? It's a very, very crucial, now that you think of it.
It is absolutely crucial that these boys get the bike home. They can't afford any mistakes.
Absolutely. Well, RACR Castrol Power and Ultimate clearly having a tough race with Rajani Krishnan and Vivek Pillai crashing out.
And there you see the Gusto motorcycles
have now moved into P3.
P3, and they have caught up with the lead bunch. Alvin Sundar doing a brilliant job there and is within striking distance. The pace he is carrying, he's going to be right behind Chirant and Sarthak within the end of this lap.
This is clearly what they needed. I mean, the KTMs are known to have trouble with overheating. And the team, KTM Gusto Racing India, have tried many different solutions to make sure that the bikes run. But from time to time, that issue persists and creates problem for them. But this time around, I think the weather being as is also going to play a little bit of an important role. Maybe give them an opportunity.
Ooh, Chirant Vishwanath makes a mistake there, goes wide, gives that opportunity to Sarthak Chavan to make that move and take P1.
I don't think the Chirant's going to forgive himself for that. That was a little bit of an unnecessary move. Ooh, number 77, Alvin Sundar takes both Sarthak and Chirant and gets ahead. What is happening in this race? Wow!
Goes a little wide there, went in too hot on the fast right. Couldn't control his motorcycle going into the fast left-hander. Alvin Sundar makes a brilliant move, but can't make it stick. Sarthak Chavan and Chirant take back their P1 and P2 positions, and Alvin Sundar has to try that all over again. But what a ride by Alvin Sundar at this point.
That's a comeback, and I think the KTM Gusto Racing India team is going to be very, very happy to see that little move. It's going to give so much hope for the team.
Ooh, that was really close. Sarthak Chavan pushing that motorcycle to the limit. The edge of the curbs, they were centimeters there between him and the mud. 2 more laps to go. Sarthak Chavan, Chirant Vishwanath, Alvin Sundar, the top 3.
This just is getting absolutely incredible. We're in the penultimate lap of this race. And now Alvin Sundar out of nowhere gets ahead yet again. I mean, we've seen position changes in every single corner from the last lap.
And this is brilliant riding by Alvin Sundar, taking the fight up to the TVS team, bringing that Gusto KTM RC 390 motorcycle alive here in the Madras International Circuit. What a brilliant race this has been so far, and what a performance from Alvin Sundar.
Both Sarthak and Chirag seem to be a little confused about what's happening, because they have made a couple of errors in that last lap. And that has really costed them a little bit of time. And now they're using the slipstream. Sarthak gets ahead of Alvin Sundar. Alvin going on the outside. Who's going to come out on top? It is Sarthak Chavan that gets the lead, leaving Chirag to be sitting behind in P3.
Oh, Chirag is not going to be happy.
Absolutely. I think this is just the start of a massive, massive fight. We watch out for Rahul Shetty, who's right behind now. This battle ensuing on is giving Rahul Shetty just what he needs, a little bit of time to catch up, to reel in the top three here. This could be a four-way battle for that top three finish. Rahul Shetty was about 2.3 seconds behind this group in the earlier lap. What is it now? Has he been able to reel in this gang?
The last lap, and that's a good move into C1 by Chirag Vishwanath. Passing Alvin Sundar, he'll really want to stay on the tail of Sarthak Chavan in the remaining sequence of corners here. But has TVS struggled in this weather?
From the looks of it, I think something has definitely gone amiss for the TVS Racing stable.
And TVS's loss has definitely been KTM's gain here, Gusto KTM's.
It started out with Deepak Ravikumar having bike trouble and having to come into the pits after the formation lap, and then KY Ahmed crashing out, and then have a bit of chaos ensuing in the earlier laps between Sarthak and Chirag in terms of making a few errors.
Sarthak Chavan now a second or so his lead over Chirag Vishwanath. And Chirag Vishwanath just about a second ahead of Alvin Sundar. They seem to have settled into a rhythm. But knowing these two riders, it's never over till it's really over.
Absolutely. I think Sarthak and Chirag maybe also playing a clever strategy there. They were waiting for the right time, maybe in that last lap, saving some tires, saving a little leftover rubber for that last final lap shootout.
3 more corners to go. And Sarthak Chavan, unless there is a misfortune, looks like he's got this in his bag.
Final sector, ladies and gentlemen. Alvin Sundar, Sarthak and Chirag. What a battle they've had. And now, the one to get out on top, Sarthak Chavan, number 75, taking the win, making it a double this weekend for TVS Racing. Chirag settling for a P2. And it's Alvin Sundar that takes P3 for KTM Gusto Racing India, putting them back on the podium finish. What a brilliant, brilliant weekend. Rahul Shetty crosses the line in P4. I think that was such an exciting race. Job well done, Sarthak Chavan. Take a bow. Brilliantly raced. Brilliantly executed strategy. He came under pressure, a lot of pressure, in fact, from his very own teammate, and of course the KTM Gusto Racing India, and in that initial lap from Rajni Krishnan as well. But that didn't faze him at all. He managed to get out on top at the end, and that's what mattered. Chirag going to be settling for that P2, but it's still valuable P2 and points here. Now this just might give Sarthak the complete advantage. He might have just sealed the championship, but we're going to wait to see what the final results show in terms of points. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be catching up with our top 3 right here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Really brilliant racing towards the second half of the race, and you really took that fight to the TVS riders.
First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this podium. And yeah, the race started off pretty good, had a good pace, but we still have some issues with the bike, some heating issues. So we can stay with the guys for like 3 laps, then our bike slowly stops dropping. I think if that issue is fixed up and slight handling issues, I think we can fight for the podium again. And feels good to be back on the podium, but we still have, a slight little bit to go forward, and we'll come back stronger next round. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, and that was a brilliant ride. Thank you for a great show. Congratulations, Chirant. But the pace seemed to be a little different compared to yesterday. The weather had something to do with it?
Initially, my bike pace was pretty good. I started with the 49s, but then lap by lap when the tire got heated, I don't know, it's very hard for me to find the grip. Maybe not the best setup for me, but we tried different things. Didn't go as planned, but we sure will fight for the win in the coming rounds, and I would like to thank TVS for always supporting me.
So were you surprised by the pace that the KTMs carried today? Because they really came out of nowhere in the last 3 laps.
Not really. I missed my gear in the big sweep and C2, so I just had to go wide. It's fine. Mistakes happen. I'm a human too. Thank you.
All right, congratulations and all the best for the next races. Yet another P1, and now you have both hands on that championship. Congratulations, Sarthak.
Thank you so much. So it was a good race. Got off to a decent start, and then the Yamaha overtook me into turn 1. And then I think the silencer from the RACR bike just went down, and he had a crash in front of me. And in that time, I had a good lead to P1. Then I had to close down in the next 2 laps, and then the pace just slowed down in the 3rd and the 4th lap, and then I took over the lead in the 5th lap and just maintained my pace. So it was a good race, and yes, a good lead in the championship. Now I can stay calm and conserve for the next round. And yes, thank you to my team for supporting me. And yes, the next round we will try to do the same. Good lap time this weekend. We will try to improve it in the next round. Thank you.
So you've been having a couple of not so great starts. Is that something that is worrying you? Is that something you want to work on?
Yes, so the launch which I get is comparatively good. But whenever I hit the second gear, my bike hits the rev limiter. Maybe I need to start shifting earlier. And yes, I try it every time before going out on the track before the race, but it just doesn't happen. So I will find out a solution for it and do it for the next round.
All right, congratulations. Enjoy your victory. All the best.
Hi guys, I'm Abdul Basim from Team Rockers Racing, and this is the bike behind 7 out of 6 races winning bike. And this is not only a bike, it's a feeling. We both attached together. It's like a feeling. And if anyone asks what's the story behind the number 36, it's not nothing much. The team started since 2006. At that time, a rider ridden a race with 36 and he won. So it's an emotional number for our team. So everyone knows that 36 is Team Rockers Racing. So okay, let's meet my team. Come. Okay, first we meet my new teammate. She's Rihanna Rhea. She's doing good and she's very fast. And we are now meeting Jay Krishnan. He is a technical. Technical.
Social media.
He's a social media handler, and he is doing some editing works for posting it on the Instagram. Okay, let's meet the main man, Panirana. He is the one who believed in me, giving me the opportunity to perform very well in the national championship. I want to be thankful for him. Thank you, Anna. And Karthi Anna, he is my tuner. He is not only my tuner, he is like my friend. We'll play, we'll enjoy everything I will do with me. He is like my brother. And Balana, one of my chief tuner, and Karthi Anna is the chief technician of our team. He started racing career with us from 2011 onwards. And Shoban Anna is also my team technician. From 2007 he is being with me. And upcoming next year rider Joel Anna is one of the D-bike rider from 2022, and now is going to compete in the next year. So this is my team.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Madras International Circuit. We're live with the 4th round of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship 2024. Powered by Indian Oil Storm, the ultimate racing fuel. Up next, we've got the stock 130 to 165cc novice category race 2. And the championship battle still continues, with Abdul Basim having a comfortable lead ahead of his closest contender, Tasmai Kariyappa. With the hopes of that title probably standing on this race, Abdul Basim will be aiming to have a great start from that P2 position. He's got that front row start, and if he can win this race, he seals the deal for 2024. But let's not count out Tasmai Kariyappa just yet. He's going to be bringing the fight for Motul Sparks Racing Team with a brilliant race from that pole position. He had a great race yesterday. Can he convert that to a double win weekend? Abdul Basim has been in consistent form, and there's a reason why he's on top of the championship table. The Rockers Racing Team star rider has done a brilliant job for 2024. Can he seal the deal? That's the big question mark, and that's going to be the big thing to watch out for this race. Of course, we've got a lot of bikes on this grid today, 19 bikes altogether, and they're all going to be gunning for top points. Stay tuned to catch all the live racing action right here, right now. Welcome back, racing fans. It's time to go racing once again at the Madras International Circuit. We had 9 races planned today, and this is 12th race of the weekend, and it's a brilliant category of racing. This is the starter category in the National Championship. It's the stock 130 to 165cc novice category, and all our current champions or expert pro rider champions have all started off in this very grid. So it is one of the most important grids, if you ask me, in the National Championship, because this is where their racing journey starts. And now Abdul Basim and Tasmai Karyappa are on a fight of their life for the championship. Joining me in the box is Anant Krishnan. Anant, welcome back.
Thank you, Vivek. This is race 12 of round 4 of the Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championships. In P1, we have Tasmai Karyappa from team Motul Sparks Racing. In P2, it's Abdul Basim RS from Rockers Racing. And in P3, we have Kamal Nawaz from One Racing. In row 2, we have Sachin J in P4, Akarsh Jangam in P5, Harshit Bogar in P6, Parichay Sharma P7, Yashwant Verma P8, Darun Balamurugan in P9. Amit Prasad is in P10, Rajashri Harsha P11, Baldev Singh P12. On row 5 we have Naitik Subair in P13, Abhinav G in P14, Lal Nunsanga starting P15. He's going to be a rider to watch out for. He had an unfortunate crash in race 1, and that will mean he's going to be starting at the back of row 5. Row 6 is CS Kedarnath, another rider to watch out for. Rajender Bidani, P17. P18 is Divya Prasad. And to bring up P19 is Aryant Hansda. So quite a lot of really fast riders at the back of the grid, and we can see some early forward action from these riders.
Absolutely, I think this grid has now seen some level of development, considering we're in the end of round 4, and the riders have really stepped up. A lot of the novice riders who started off, their lap times have improved, so it's a great step up, and we're going to be seeing a lot more close quarter racing action, and that's what I think stood testament yesterday with Tasmai Karyappa bringing the fight to Abdul Basim. For the first time, Abdul Basim was dethroned from that P1 win, and it was the first time this time around. Well, the lights are on and it's time to go racing here at the Madras International Circuit. The back rage is on to the MRF arch through turn 1. Tasmai getting a good start, so is Abdul Basim. Looks like they're going side by side into turn 1, but Abdul Basim gets the whole shot there.
Yeah, he got a good, slightly better start than Tasmai Karyappa, managing to get his front wheel ahead, going into C1, maintains that position going into C2 and C3. This is exactly the kind of start that Abdul Basim wanted. This is the first time in this season he's starting in P2. He's used to only the P1s, and he's not used to the view that the P2 gave him.
He's not used to having another piece of machinery ahead of him, and I think that's where this has changed things around. Look at that, Tasmai quickly to respond, being extremely aggressive from the start.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let Abdul Basim go, and as you said, he has taken that P1 back, going into C4. Battle is on.
Well, there you go, folks. This is shaping up to be a very exciting 6-lap race to the checkered flag. Abdul Basim from Rockers Racing coming under complete pressure. And look at this, Kamal Nawaz now joining in, slowly reeling in the front duo from One Racing. Still looking at possible potential threats from the likes of Lal Nunsanga, CS Kedarnath, Rajender Bidani, Sachin J, Akash Jangam and Harshit V. Bogar. These are some strong riders in this category, and they could pose a threat to their top runners. So far so good for Tasmai Karyappa and Motul Sparks Racing team. They have quickly responded to that early onset of a fight from Abdul Basim, and that move from Abdul Basim. Brilliant stuff here from Tasmai Karyappa.
Abdul Basim currently with a 50-point lead before the start of this race over Tasmai Karyappa. With 3 races to go, it's really important that Abdul Basim brings that bike home every race, rakes up as many points as possible. Seeing the fight between the mid-pack here. All of these motorcycles are the stock Yamaha R15 motorcycles, with most of them running the version 3. Oh, there's another change up front. We have Abdul Basim, who's taken back P1 from Tasmai Karyappa. Tasmai Karyappa made that move. You saw that straight line speed of the Motul Sparks motorcycle helping him going into C4 the last time round.
Well, last time around, the lap times show a clear story. Abdul Basim clocked in a 2:11.634 and Tasmai Karyappa 2:11.766 and Kamal Nawaz a 2:12.287. Abdul, of course, the quickest of the top 3 there, but just by that margin. Kamal Nawaz slightly slower than the rest of the pack here.
Back to the front group now. Tasmai Karyappa has taken over the lead once again, so it looks like it's going to be a battle till the very end between these two. Kamal Nawaz hanging in there, but not able to make an impact on these two just yet. Ooh, that's a really nice move going into C8. Abdul Basim makes it stick.
Well, this race is very, very crucial for Abdul Basim because he could potentially claim and take home the championship with 1 round to spare. But can he do it? Tasmai Karyappa and Motul Sparks Racing Team very well know what's at stake here, and they do also have the chance to probably stir things up. They can make that fight really, really difficult on Abdul Basim now.
If Tasmai Karyappa can nail that C12 exit, he gets a really nice opportunity going into C1 and C2. Not quite on this lap. It's really nice to see the riders evolve through the course of this championship. Abdul Basim had an unchallenged stint the first 3 rounds.
Abdul Basim, I think the plan is very, very clear for Rockers Racing and Abdul Basim. This race needs to finish with a win. The moment that's done, and that's the deal for 2024, Abdul Basim takes home the championship with 1 round to spare.
Yeah, fight back on the leaders right now. And this is the place that Tasmai Karyappa favors so much to make that pass. He's close enough. But will he be able to make it? Or will Abdul Basim take that defensive line?
So many different strategies here. So many different outcomes.
And that's Lal Nunsanga on bike number 58. Steadily moving up the grid.
Yeah, well, he's made up quite a few positions from the start of this race. Good ride there from Lal Nunsanga. Here is Abhinav G, another strong contender in the category. The Chandra LG Racing Team has done potentially well this season, and I think it's a good sign for them to continue their pursuit.
Ooh, sideways there.
Abdul Basim, you can see that little bit of desperation now coming from Abdul Basim here to keep Tasmai Karyappa at bay. Tasmai doing a brilliant job because at this point, Abdul has a lot to lose. He could potentially be the championship. Well, not really with the comfort of that points lead that he has, but anything and everything can happen.
Yes, it's if he gets a couple of DNFs, then it's really wide open, isn't it?
And this is the moment that he could seal it for 2024. He could take home the title. And I think that's what's at stake here. That's the big story. That's what's important to watch for. And look at that, Abdul Basim clearly knows that. And he wants to finish this race with an absolute win. Halfway mark, 3 laps remaining. Tasmai Karyappa still not giving up. I love this fight. It's brilliant to see the racing action here. Kamal Nawaz in P3 for 1 racing, and holding for Sachin is still for Mad Rapid Racing in P5.
And Lal Nunsanga challenging him for that spot. Lal Nunsanga looks all set to move into P4 at this point.
From P15 to P5, P6. Brilliant stuff from Lal Nunsanga. That's an incredible 3-lap race that he's had so far. And here it is. This is Sachin, Lal Nonsanga, and Harshit V. Bogar.
Strong riders, all three of them.
And three different teams.
Lal Nonsanga is going to face a little bit of that challenge to pass this group. It's been easy pickings for him so far, but he'll have to work a little bit if he has to pass this bunch of riders.
I think it's safe to say that Chandra LG racing team and Mad Rabbit racing team, considering where they have been in this grid, have really seen some massive gains this season. And I think it's hopeful. It gives them hope for 2025.
This has been a really good year for them, and with Mad Rabbits Racing, it's their rookie year, and they have performed brilliantly in their first year of racing.
Absolutely. And I think finally the stars have aligned for Chandra LG Racing as well, with potential winners coming out of that team.
Yeah, they've got their formulas right. Lal Nonsanga trying to make a move on bike number 6.
This is an incredible race for Lal Nonsanga from P15 all the way to P6. I mean, and he is putting pressure on Sachin here at the moment. The Mad Rabbit Racing team's star rider in the stock 130 to 165cc, Sachin, is going to be coming under tremendous pressure here from a very capable Lal Nonsanga. We have 2 laps remaining to the checkered flag. There is enough time for Lal Nonsanga to catch up with Kamal Navas. He could potentially put a threat to that P3 finish.
Yeah, Lal Nonsanga currently in 6th, clocking a 1.5 seconds faster than Kamal Navas, but is about 6 seconds behind. So time is running out. Meanwhile, in the front, Abdul Basim maintaining his position, but we haven't had to see him take those defensive lines before.
Absolutely different turn of events here. It's a new chapter for sure, especially for Tasmai Kariyappa, right? I mean, we've always seen Abdul Basim clearly have a very comfortable lead and he's in cruise control. But for the first time this season, he
has been challenged. With his first P2 coming in the last race, he has been challenged in this race as well. But so far, he's been able to assert some level of superiority over Tasmai Kariyappa. But Tasmai Kariyappa is right there and ready to pounce whenever Abdul Basim makes a mistake.
Tasmai absolutely making it difficult for Abdul Basim at this point to pass, to really clear that P1 position. And it's great to see this racing action, especially considering the weather conditions also have tremendously changed here. It's become cooler today than yesterday, which is really affecting a lot of mechanical factors from a race point of view. Of course, these are stock motorcycles, so they don't get as much affected by the weather as of the pro stock categories. But that being said, tire management is going to be very crucial because they are going to be struggling to keep that temperature at an all-time high, which will affect a certain level of their grip performance.
And the grip seems to be affecting everybody other than Abdul Basim and Tasmai Kariyappa in front, who are clocking a blistering 206.726 by Abdul Basim and a 206.766 by Tasmai Kariyappa. What weather?
Well, looks like for both of them it's a championship battle. Hail, rain or storm, they are going to see it through. It's the title fight, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we can say it's the title fight because Abdul Basim has a lot to lose with this race.
Oh, that's a really defensive line there. Tasmai Kariyappa attempt to go on the outside. Almost makes it work. Abdul Basim. Defensive move there. Very defensive move. We have never seen him do that before in this season.
Final lap now. Abdul Basim goes all in and so does Tasmai Kariyappa. What is it going to be? Well, Tasmai... Ooh! A little bit of a moment there for Abdul Basim and Rockers Racing. That could have been a little bit of a tricky one. Go green power. Now that's what Abdul Basim is thinking in his head.
Yeah, this is really good riding by Tasmai Kariyappa. It took them 4 rounds to do this, but they're putting up a fight. Ooh, that is really close. Tasmai Kariappa going on the outside.
Well, the gloves are off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the final fight now. It's the final sector. Abdul looks behind Tasmai Kariappa. Abdul not happy with that move. Both of them giving it everything. They've taken off their gloves and swinging left, right and center. Abdul keeping a very tight line coming through turn 10, now going into turn 11. Tasmai Kariappa just looking on, holding on to dear life, keeping a close watch. But is it enough? That straight line speed coming through now for Tasmai a little bit. But it's Abdul Basim still ahead, coming through turn 12. Has he done it for Rockers Racing? Has he done it for himself? The checkered flag waves. It's Abdul Basim. That's the 2024 champion in the stock 130 to 165cc novice category. What a brilliant showdown. With one round to spare, Abdul Basim has done it for 2024. Tasmai Kariappa settling. Tasmai Kariappa settling for a P2 for Mortal Sparks Racing Team. And phenomenally, it's Lal Nunsanga out of nowhere from P15 to P3. What a brilliant finish for Lal Nunsanga. Kamal Nawas settles for a P4, Abhinav G a P5, Rajendra Bedani a P6, Akash Jangam a P7, Sachin a P8, Parichay Sharma a P9, and Yashwant a P10. That's the top 10 finish order for race 2 in the stock 130 to 165cc novice category. He seals the deal for 2024. What a job well done. He came, he saw, he conquered. Shout out to Abdul Basim. A big, mighty congratulations to Abdul Basim and Rockers Racing. They've done a phenomenal job for 2024. What dominance and what a season they've had. Stay tuned, everybody. We are going to be hearing it from the champion himself and, of course, Tasmai Kariappa and Lal Nunsanga. But what an incredible race 2 this was in round 4. So stay tuned, don't get anywhere. We'll be right back.
Starting P15, you made up 12 positions to be where you are. Congratulations, what a superb ride, Lalnon Sangha.
First of all, I want to thank to God for putting me where I am today. So, I don't know what to say. God is with me on my side. And I want to thank to our team Motorcycle Racing. I want to thank to Ravi Anna, Rajesh Anna. I want to thank to our technician. They work hard on my bike. So yesterday I have a big crash on that seat, and also on Wednesday PNP I have a big crash on that C1. So I got injury on my left arm and my right shoulder. It's very hard for me to be on the race, and I'm so happy to be back on the podium. So I want to thank to my sponsors, KYT India, Tiva, BMC India, BMC Airfilter India, and also I would like to thank to MIMSA, Mizoram Motorsport Association, and our minister to always support me to be coming down from here. And bye bye Mizoram, thank you for watching our race. Bye bye, thank you.
Thank you, Lalnon Sangha, and thank you, Mizoram. Congratulations and all the best. That was some brilliant racing right from the word go, and you must have a lot of adrenaline pumping through your veins right now.
No, actually the race was pretty calm actually. For the outsiders to see, it was very fun. We were full battling it out, but we were just calm. We were just making moves on each other. A bit of hard moves it was, but then it was clean moves. It was good. It was good racing. I learned a lot from this race. But I couldn't keep up my first position, but it's okay. I'll come back stronger for the next round. We'll see. I would like to thank my team Sparks Racing for giving me this a brilliant bike for this round, and also sponsors Motul, and also my helmet sponsors KYT, and all my friends who are watching, and my trainer Jagdish. I'd like to thank everyone. Yeah.
So what are the conditions on the track like? It's a little overcast. Is there any loss of grip? Didn't seem to matter to the two of you.
No, there was a lot of movements on our bikes, especially rear on the right side. There was no grip at all. From probably lap 3 in the Big C and all, there was a lot of movement. Also, Basim had a big movement in front of me when he was leading the last lap, and that's when we both ran wide a bit. And then there's not much grip on the track right now because of the temperature. There's no temperature also. That's why. That's it. Other than that, everything is good.
All right, brilliant racing. Congratulations on your P2. All the best. Congrats. The man P1 in this race and also P1 in the championship. Congratulations, Abdul.
Thank you. Alhamdulillah, first, I'm very grateful to the Almighty for everything. Yesterday, Tasmai ride a good race. We had a lot of fight. Same like yesterday, today also we had all the 6 laps we fighted. Every corners we moved. I enjoyed a lot. I learned from him also. Very good race. Congrats, Tasmai. And finally we sealed the championship of 2024, and I'm very happy. We have 2 goals in the season. One is to win 10 out of 10, and that one is missed, and the second target is championship, and we achieved it. And for all those things, I want to thank my team principal Panniranna, because before I was nothing. Now I'm here means he's the one who believed in me. Thank you, Anna. And I want to thank my brothers Ahmad and Jagan Anna for everything. And I want to thank my parents, my mom, my dad, my sister Rehana and Rahmat for everything. And I want to thank my family and everyone in my team, Joel Anna, Bala Anna, Karthi Anna, and again Karthi Anna, ADK Karthi Anna, Jai Krishna Anna. Everyone, my new teammate Rehana, Araya, and Murli Anna, Shoban Anna, everyone. They are like a family. They supported me in each day. We are like a family, and there is no words to explain the feeling. Yeah, thank you. And I will be more powerful for the round 5. Will try my best for the round 5, and I'm very happy to announce to set a new lap record of 2:06.6. And I want to thanks for the amazing bike, my team, Team Rockers Racing, JK Industries, and BBG for the wonderful support. Thank you.
Thank you so much and enjoy this moment. Congratulations.
Welcome back, everybody. We are at the Madras International Circuit and we're at the start grid for another exciting grid. Now, this is the all-electric race grid, the Apache Electric Racing Throttle Electric. We are good to go. The bikes have lined up. Get ready to not hear them go racing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host Anand Krishnan, and joining me is Mr. M. Vivek Abraham. Up next, we have race 13 of round 4 of the Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championships, and this is the TVS electric category, and we have 8 motorcycles on the grid, with Sarthak Chavan in P1, Alvin Sundar P2, Chirant Vishwanath in P3. In row 2 we have Senthil Kumar, Deepak Ravi Kumar and Manoj Yeswadian, and bringing up row 3 is G Balaji and Jagan Kumar.
Well, racing fans, we're seeing it all in 2024. A complete all-electric championship, and TVS is leading the way for sustainability here. Lights are on. Well, it's go time, and there's absolutely no sound.
And look at that start that Chirant got, leapfrogging everybody and taking a really strong P1 there. Sarthak Chavan starting on P1, but really the big loser there in that start, and he slipped down into C3.
But a quick recovery there, he's back into P2 now. A good move there into turn 2, gets ahead of the competition, and once again Sarthak gets ahead of Chirant. I don't think Chirant was expecting him to come through so quickly. And the race is on. We got Rahul Shetty closely following behind Alvin Sundar. Behind him, oh, this looks like to be a battle royale now between some clear titans from the Indian National Championship.
Oh, Sarthak Chavan seems to have figured out this motorcycle, and he's been showing some dominance. Oh, a little bit of movement there for one of the riders. Does well to control that. Bike number 7.
That was Manoj Yeswadian, who kind of lost out. He made a mistake at that turn 5, went quite wide, losing a lot of ground there.
Yet another opportunity between the two lads, Sarthak Chavan and Chirant Vishwanath, to battle it out.
As it stands, Sarthak leading the charge, Chirant in P2, Alvin Sundar in P3, Rahul Shetty.
And these bikes are so silent, it removes one of the dimensions of racing, which is the sound, and the motorcyclists have to get adapted to it. A second thing that they have to get adapted to is there is no regenerative or engine braking on these motorcycles. So that is a second adaptation for these riders. And the third difference between your regular IC engines and these motorcycles are that the weight distribution is slightly different because of the motor and the battery placements. Compared to a regular IC engine, these bikes can be very, very heavy.
Well, as it stands at the end of lap 1, Sarthak Chavan leads the charge. Chirant in P2, Alvin Sundar in P3. It's Deepak Ravi Kumar and not Rahul Shetty. In fact, Rahul is not racing in this category. Deepak Ravi Kumar in P4, Senthil Kumar in P5, G Balaji in P6, Manoj Yeswadian in P7, and Jagan Kumar in P8. Now, this is an invite-only grid, so these are racers from across different categories who are really good at what they do, been brought to experience the world of electric racing.
And this is a test. Ooh, that is a little bit of a disaster one for one of the riders.
Looks like that was Senthil Kumar that had crashed out at turn 5. I think he just lost traction again. The weather really playing a little bit of a gambit here, because of which the riders have to be extra cautious in terms of how they're taking the race lines and at what pace.
Yeah, we were speaking to the race winners of the 165 Novice category, and they did mention that there was a lot more movement than usual. But some of the really fast riders don't seem to be affected by it too much. Not as much as some of the others. Oh, you see a replay there.
Oh, well, that was the moment. It was just a front end washout, and that was the end of the race for Senthil Kumar. Of course, because it's electric, there are certain safety parameters, which means if you crash, if you fall down, that's the end of the race for you.
Yeah, this is a test bed where these really high caliber racers are putting these machines through a very, very rigorous and vigorous test.
Sarthak Chavan still leading the charge. Last time around he clocked in a 148.300. Chirant in P2 with a 149.216. Alvin Sundar in P3 with a 149.919. Deepak Ravikumar there in P4, slightly quicker, and that's where you can see him slowly gaining on Alvin Sundar. He's clocked in a 149.961. Balaji 154.035. Manoj Yashodin a 154.034. Jagan Kumar doing a 156.894. And Senthil Kumar just crashed out in that earlier lap. So 7 bikes now racing through. And clearly the top guns, Sarthak is on a league of his own. He is clocking some really quick lap times here. Chirant in hot pursuit, in close pursuit there. But Chirant, Alvin and Deepak all in that 149 sectors.
That's some really good timing on these motorcycles. Eventually, these technologies will trickle down into the consumer segment.
Sarthak having a close to a 1.8 second lead over Chirant here. Alvin Sundar also losing a bit of ground now, because Chirant is trying desperately to catch up with Sarthak here.
1.5 seconds, the gap between Sarthak and Chirant the last time round.
Now through the final corner, going to the last lap here. Alvin Sundar had an earlier moment in this same corner, but seems to be under control now. Final lap for our Apache Electric RTE race. I mean, it's absolutely quiet all throughout, and we can't hear a thing. And that's the beauty of electric. Of course, sustainability is the way to go. And I think with everything, with Formula E, with maybe Moto E coming soon, it could all change as we go.
Yeah, this is a step and an investment in the right direction.
And clearly these bikes can perform. They're very close to the NSF time. In fact, Sarthak is clocking the similar timings to the NSF 250. Although the electric, this machine is equivalent to a 600cc motorcycle. But it's some great lap times that Sarthak, Chirant, Alvin, Deepak, Ravikumar are really pulling on this motorcycle.
Yeah, these are really experienced riders. And one of the biggest challenges they speak about riding these motorcycles is being able to adapt and change your riding style completely to be able to get the maximum out of these motorcycles, which is not always easy for all of them.
While the geometry of the machine is still the same, the weight distribution, the power delivery, the way it feels and handles is definitely very different to an ICE machine. And you can see that in the way the bike responds to corners, responds to the throttle. Well, we're coming to the end of this race now. Sarthak Chavan in the lead, in the charge. A comfortable race for Sarthak here. Not much changes. Hasn't come under pressure. He's on a league of his own. He's been able to really capitalize on the lap times here. And it's another win in the Apache RTE Electric. TVS Electric RTE for Sarthak Chavan. And in P2, it's Chirantwi. Closing in on P3 is Alvin Sundar. Deepak Ravikumar settles for a P4. G. Balaji in P5. Manoj Yashodin in P7. And it's Jagan Kumar in P8. That's the end of the race in the TVS Electric RTE. Sarthak takes the win. Chirant in P2. Alvin Sundar in P3. A very, very comfortable race. Looked like not much racing action in this race. The riders had taken their own lap times and kind of stuck to it in cruise control through the last 4 laps. But exciting race indeed. Exciting to see these bikes back in action here at the Madras International Circuit for the 4th round of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship 2024. Powered by Indian Oil Storm, the ultimate racing fuel. There you go, Sarthak. Job well done. What a brilliant show of racing from Sarthak Chavan. Very well executed. Strategy was in place from the beginning, and a job well done indeed. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be catching up with our winners right here at the park for me. Anant is going to be asking them the big questions. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the podium, Alvin. Good race, but lonely race.
First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this podium. And yeah, pretty much started good. The way start is complicated. We just give the throttle, but some people just go like this. So started the race good. Me, Chirant and Sarthak had the pretty good same pace during the qualifying, but in the race they had slided grip. And I still need to work on my suspension. I had rear chatter, but I feel like this is a decent pace. I maintained my pace and I got a podium, so I feel good for the podium. I want to thank TVS Racing for giving me this opportunity.
So how's the grip out there? I mean, a lot of people are complaining that it is overcast, the temperature affecting the grip, and how much of an effect is the temperature right now?
I think due to the rain, the rubber strips have been, washed away. Since we have pedally tires, we didn't have much issues with the grip, but we still had rear chatters, and it was slightly harder to, turn the bike with a lot of brakes. We couldn't carry a lot of brakes. So yeah.
Thank you, Alvin. Congratulations. Chirant, congratulations. That was a really good start you got. And how do you get a good start on these motorcycles?
It's easy for me in the start because I take the best starts on the grid. Yeah, it was pretty hard for me in the big sweep sectors and all that because my rear had no grip. I don't know why, but we'll sort the issues and come back stronger. Happy with this P2. It will make a big difference in the championship for sure. Yeah, good race.
All right, congratulations. And
Saving some extra energy for the pitch start later on for Pro Stock 165. See you on the top step of the podium.
congratulations and hope to see you there. Sarthak, congratulations on top once again. It was a cool, calm, collected race.
Yes, a good race. The first 2 laps were really good, but then the last 2 laps I started struggling. My bike started going wider at the exits, sliding and going wide. But then I just kept up the pace, and the last lap I did 1 second slower than my fastest lap, so I had to drop down the pace a lot. Yes, the first 2 laps were good, and in those laps I could make a good lead. So yes, I'm very happy. Thank you to TVS Racing for this wonderful opportunity to race this EV bike here in India at this Madras International Circuit. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations and thank you.
Hi, once again I'm Mohsin Paramban from Honda Racing India, and I'm a rider for NSF 250R over here in the Nationals and RRC Asia Road Racing Championship Rider 2. And today we are talking about the behind the scenes of Honda Racing India over here, because without the good team we couldn't have reached this much longer, and we can't ride this bike properly because without a good team. So today I'll introduce you to my team. Yeah, come on. Oh, this is my mechanic, is Rageshna, and he is the guy behind my wheels. He is my personal mechanic for for my round for this national championship, and he is the guy behind my machines. Yeah, come on. This is the workstation where if we crash the bike and all that, we'll repair it from here. This is the backyard, and this is Prabhana, the head of our mechanic, and he's very helpful to me. He helped me a lot to set up the bikes, and he's very shy to the camera, so don't worry about that. And this is also one of my Anna, and he's also a good mechanic. He works all the time like crazy. So this is the back and behind the scenes of Honda Racing India, and the support the mechanics and the team gives us is really good, and it's a good support for a rider to get a level up. So let's hope to do better tomorrow. Yeah.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at the start grid here at the Madras International Circuit, coming to you live with the fourth round of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship 2024, powered by Indian Oil Storm, the ultimate racing fuel. Well, folks, it is an exciting category up next. This is the Idemitsu Honda India Talent Cup, and these young racers, the young talent from our country, are racing on the FIM Moto 3 spec MotoGP machines. In fact, these are the same bikes that are used in the ARC, in the Asia Talent Cup. And it's such an incredible piece of engineering that's here with us at Madras International Circuit for the National Championship. We've got 9 bikes on the grid, and Mohsin has done a fantastic job this season. He's been in absolute great form and consistently performing on top of the table, bringing him to the championship lead. As we go into the crescendo of this championship, the fight continues. We've got Siddesh Sawant, Prakash Kamath, Pidani Rajender and Sabin Sabu, who will be bringing the fight from P2, P3, P4, P5. So the first 2 rows of riders will be looking to closely hook on to Mohsin, who is currently the championship lead and in the pole seat. Can he convert to a double victory this weekend? We've seen him do that before. Can he do that again? That's the big question. It's going to be an exciting 8-lap battle to the checkered flag. We've got 5 seconds on the board. We are ready to go racing. We hope you are. Stay tuned to catch all the live racing action right here, right now. Welcome back, racing fans. We are live with the 4th round of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship 2024, powered by Indian Oil Storm, the ultimate racing fuel. Remember, everybody, the tires we race with are the tires you buy, and that's the power of MRF tires. Welcome back to another action-packed racing. This is the NSF 250 Open Class, race 2 for them this weekend. And it's promising. If we saw yesterday's race, it's promising to be a very exciting race indeed, especially that mid-order fight. We've got about 5 contenders who are really shaping up to be very strong riders and probable champions for next year as well. Of course, in that championship battle, it's Mohsin P that's leading the charge. And joining me in the box today is Anant Krishnan. Welcome back, Anant. It's time to go racing.
Thank you, Vivek. An exciting category this, a wonderful platform for the young racers from Honda India. In P1, we have Mohsin Paramban on bike number 9. In P2 is Siddesh Sawant on bike number 7. And in P3, we have Prakash Kamath on bike number 11. In row 2, we have Bidani Rajendra on bike number 8. Savian Sabu on bike number 2. He had a little bit of a technical issue in the last race and had to drop out. We will, have to watch out for him as he tries to make his move up the grid. In P3, we have number 41, A.S. James. P6, apologies, number 41, A.S. James. P7, we have Jagati Shri Kumaresan, the only lady of the grid. In P8, we have Aaron Soni Fernandez on bike number 5. And P9 is Vignesh Potu on bike number 15.
It's a 9-bike grid now to the checkered flag. With that out of the way, we are ready to go racing. The bikes have lined up on their start order in their grid positions, ready to go racing. Can Mohsin P make this a double header, a double win weekender? All this and more coming up right about now. We are missing out on Aaron Soni, who's probably injured from yesterday's crash. Well, lights are on, and it's go time. A good start there for Mohsin Paramban. Looks like A.S. James gets a brilliant start. Look at him go catapulting. Number 14 there. A.S. James, what a brilliant start from P6. He goes up all the way to P3.
Yeah, he just shot off the block like a rocket there. Really good start.
Mohsin leading the charge. We've got Prakash Kamath, Siddesh Sawant, A.S. James, Savian Sabu, Bidani Rajendra in hot pursuit here. Will he be able to run away like he did in the earlier races? Well, the competition has also stepped up their pace. So the lead margin has definitely reduced. But that being said, you can see a little bit of room already developing there. A little bit of gap for Mohsin P at the moment.
In the middle of all this, where is Savian Sabu?
Well, Savian Sabu is in that mid-pack right now, contesting. He's stuck in a bit of traffic here.
Yeah, he'll have to work his way up.
Prakash Kamath really lost out in that race. He's gone back into the mid-pack, even though he started in P3. He's out of podium contention here. Look at that, Savian Sabu making the move on A.S. James. I think that was a little bit of an error there. Going slightly more wider than usual. A.S. James losing out a little bit of momentum there, giving Savian Sabu a move up into P3. So that's the first time Savian in this race is going to be contesting for podium in P3.
Yeah, this is a nice move up. Savian Sabu starting on P5. And within the end of the first lap, moves up 2 positions into podium contention. And is in a position to challenge for P2.
It's an 8-lap race. It's going to be a long race. 7 laps remaining to the checkered flag. As it stands, number 9, Mohsin P leads the charge. Siddesh Sawant holding on in P2. Savian Sabu closing in on Siddesh from P3. Prakash Kamath in P4. Bidani Rajendra in P5. A.S. James in P6. And Jagashri Kumaresan in P7. Both Vignesh Potu and Aaron Soni Fernandez are not racing this time around. They were both involved in incidents yesterday. Savian Sabu also slightly injured from yesterday's incident where one of the bikes came and rammed into him from the back.
Mohsin Paramban starting to turn it on. Slowly starting to peel away from bike number 7, Siddesh Sawant.
Last time around, the lap time showed a 155.720 for Mohsin P, a 156.174 for Siddesh Sawant. and a 156.3424 for Savian Sabu.
Savian Sabu seems to have lost a little bit of that initial momentum. He's allowed Prakash Kamath to catch up. Prakash Kamath making a decent recovery. He had really slipped down the order there into P5 or P6. But he's made a really good recovery there and trying to challenge Savian Sabu. Going on the outside. Ooh, that was close. Savian Sabu blocking Prakash Kamath. So Prakash Kamath will have to try again. But Prakash Kamath is showing some really good pace here. Savian Sabu, I get the feeling, is struggling a little bit to maintain that initial momentum.
It's all about the pace here right now. Savian Sabu trying to outpace Prakash Kamath here, who seems to be clearly on the recovery phase here now. 6 laps remaining in the checkered flag. You can see Prakash Kamath now going to the inside of the turn while he makes that move look so easy. A very well executed overtake there by Prakash Kamath.
Yeah, he clearly had a pace advantage over Savian Sabu in that last lap. He was clearly faster through all sections of the track, making quick work of that move.
A 152.043 for Mohsin P, a 151.930 for Siddesh Sawant, who's definitely quickest off the lot right now. Savian Sabu clocking in a 153.087 and Prakash Kamath the 152.412. Mohsin P, as it stands, will stretch his lead further on as this championship battle goes on.
He's had a very dominating season. He finished P2 in race 1 and has had consistent performances since then, topping practice, qualifying and race. But Siddesh Sawant picked up his pace and caught up with Mohsin Parambat.
At the moment, at least as far as the lap times are showing, Siddesh is definitely clocking in a quicker lap time and a quicker sector time as opposed to Mohsin P. From what we can see, Mohsin, I think, is on a little bit of an autopilot right now. He's conserving a bit of those tires, and that could be the strategy. It could be a useful strategy because he knows he's got the pace.
Yeah, Savian Sabu now coming under pressure and losing yet another position there. Not having a great race so far.
That was Bidni Rajendra that gets ahead of Savian Sabu here. Savian definitely struggling for pace this time around, and I think he's in a bit of a pain there. But can he respond? Can he resume back a little bit of an aggressive push?
Yeah, he showed some very strong initial pace, but seems to have run into some issue.
Looks like Mohsin P has stepped up the pace. He's clocked in a 151.714. He was half a second quicker than Siddesh Sawant from Kolhapur, and there you can see the gap increasing. I think Mohsin P, clearly seeing that his competition is closing in, has stepped up the pace, and a very good strategy there from Mohsin P. He's an able thinking racer now.
Yeah, and there's excellent camaraderie between these riders on the top. We've heard, in the post-race interviews, we've heard the riders talk about how they help each other, and Prakash Kamath especially has been very appreciative of the help and guidance he's been receiving from Mohsin. And this kind of camaraderie at this grassroots level is so wonderful to see.
It's safe to say this grid has one of the most friendliest competitors out there on the grid. They're extremely well supportive to each other, and they mean business when on the track.
Savian Sabu managing to hold on to Bidni Rajendra, hasn't allowed him to run away. This is Savian Sabu's rookie year in this category, and these motorcycles are not very easy to ride. Require a little bit of adaptability, a little bit of learning and a little bit of unlearning to be able to get the best out of these motorcycles.
Mohsin P on bike number 9 there, Siddesh Sawant on bike number 7 in P2. Prakash Kamath on bike number 11 with Bidni Rajendra in bike number 8, Savian Sabu on bike number 2. And that's the top 5 as it stands. A.S. James on bike number 14 and Jagadashri Kumaresan on bike number 12.
Prakash Kamath is slowly catching up. with Siddesh Sawant and should be in striking distance by the end of this lap.
We're at the halfway mark of this race. 4 laps remaining to the checkered flag. And clearly, Savian Sabu is not letting go without a fight. He's desperately trying to hold on to Bidni Rajendra and see if he can mount an attack. But at the moment, in the front, this is giving Mohsin, Siddesh and Prakash just what they need. They need a little bit of room to work their pace and start stretching that lead.
Yeah, Mohsin Paraman has really started to stretch that lead. He's really turned it on right now. Siddesh Sawant is starting to fall behind a little bit and is going to come under pressure from Prakash Kamath very, very soon. Just a few more corners before the end of the lap and Prakash Kamath could be in a very good position to mount an attack going into C1 and C2.
Prakash currently trailing second in the championship. Will be looking for a strategy to make an attack here. And number 11, Prakash Kamath on our screen here. We're riding with Siddesh Sawant and Prakash. Siddesh on the bike ahead and Prakash the bike behind. But that might not be the case going in the next couple of laps. There could be a definitive attack coming from Prakash Kamath here.
Yeah, Prakash Kamath is really up to pace. He didn't have a great first lap or lap and a half, but he's really turned on the pace now. And as we expected, going into C1, Prakash Kamath makes that move over Siddesh Sawant and takes P2.
A brilliantly executed strategy, a brilliantly executed overtake there by Prakash Kamath, and he's clearly got the better pace now. Has Siddesh Sawant burnt his rubber a bit?
Yeah, Siddesh Sawant showed some real pace a couple of laps ago. Seems to have eased off a little bit.
This puts Prakash Kamath in P2 and Siddesh Sawant in the race for P3 with Mohsin P still in a comfortable P1 lead, and he's in autopilot. And what I'm really loving to see from Mohsin P, and that's a champion rider, he's responding to the competition. He knows his level, he knows where he stands in this grid, and he's been able to respond so effectively during a race. He's pushing when he needs to, he's backing off, taking a conservative approach when he doesn't have to.
Yeah, this isn't his first season and he's got some significant experience. Ooh, little bit of movement there for Siddesh Sawant. He was trying really hard to keep up with Prakash Kamath and doing a good job till that point. Little bit of movement going into C8. Does well to control it, but loses that quarter of a second. Really good ride by Prakash Kamath here. Not a great start to the race, but he's recovered really well and is showing some solid pace.
It's an excellent recovery from Prakash Kamath. A commendable job. He started the race from P3. He lost out momentum in that race start. Really lost out a couple of spots in the position ranking. And he worked his way back up. He came under pressure from Savian Sabu. He came under pressure from Bidni Rajendra. And he came under pressure from Siddesh Sawant. Yet, the recovery has been phenomenal to move back into P2. Has he been able to close in on Mohsin P? In fact, he's quicker as far as the last lap time is concerned. He clocked in a 151.981 and he's the only racer right now in the late 151 sector. Everybody else in the 152 sector. Mohsin Paraman clocked in a 152.215. A marginal slower lap time than Prakash Kamath.
Yeah, Prakash Kamath is on fire. At this point, he has set the fastest lap time of this race so far with a 151.496. But with just 2 laps to go, unless Mohsin Paraman makes that mistake, I think it's a very big mountain to climb.
Well, we can clearly see him reeling in Mohsin P at the moment. That gap is significantly starting to reduce now. Prakash Kamath on the hunt, on the chase now. He knows he's got a couple of laps remaining to the checkered flag. So there could be enough time if Mohsin P is struggling to carry his pace, his current pace.
Yeah, we have a lap and 1 corner left. Mohsin P going into C12. Last corner, going into the main straight.
Here's bike number 9, Mohsin P, our race leader and the championship leader, crossing the start-finish line now, going into the final lap with Prakash Kamath on bike number 11, chasing down. And in P3, we've got Siddesh Sawant on bike number 7, with Savian Sabu getting ahead of Bidni Rajendra in P4. And Bidni Rajendra on bike number 8, moving down in P4. P5, Jagadish Kumaresan gets ahead of A.S. James and moves up into P6, leaving A.S. James to be at the back of the pack in P7. And somehow A.S. James is not having that click in the championship, that click in the season.
There's been a lot of changes in fortune for a lot of the riders in this race, except for Mohsin Paraman, of course, who's had a solid first position in this race right from lap 1. But A.S. James had a blistering start, made up a lot of places, made up 3 places within the first corner. That's slowly starting to fade away, and I wonder if Mohsin is having to slow down, because I see him looking back, which we really haven't seen much from him.
Mohsin trying to quickly gauge where his competition is. It is the last lap of the race, and we're seeing a little bit of sunshine. The overcast still exists, but conditions are still all right and good enough for a great race battle. Mohsin P, Prakash Kamath, Siddesh Sawant showing us how it's done on the Idemitsu Honda India Talent Cup, the NSF 250 Open class. Final sector, ladies and gentlemen, final couple of corners coming over the bridge now. A little bit of a wheelie. Mohsin P has one hand on that P1. Can he complete it? Has he done it? We're on the final corner. On the main straight now, the checkered flag waves. It's Mohsin P that takes the win. It's a double win weekend for Mohsin P. Prakash Kamath, a very ecstatic Prakash Kamath. He really came under a lot of pressure. Lost out in that initial laps, but what a recovery and what a finish. P2 for Prakash Kamath. It looks like Siddesh Sawant settling for that P3. Savian Sabu crossing the line in P4. Bidri Rajendra in P5. Jagadish Kumaresan in P6, and it's A.S. James in P7. Jagadish Kumaresan, the only girl on this grid, doing a great job there. And with that, that's the end of the Idemitsu Honda India Talent Cup, the NSF 250 Open category race for round 4. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be catching up with our top 3. Mohsin, Prakash and Siddesh at the park for me. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the podium, Siddesh. A little bit of a mixed race for you with a little bit of fluctuating pace.
Yeah, it's sliding a lot. I was trying to control it, and 2 times on big C and C5. I almost had a high side, so on trying to manage, but not getting that pace. So I start getting back, but I tried my best, and yeah, I want to thank Honda Racing India for giving the opportunity, and also my coach Ramji sir, Anish sir, for this guidance, and everyone who is supporting me and my family. And next round I will be more stronger than now. Yeah.
Really looking forward to it. All the best and congratulations, Siddesh. Hey, how are you doing? That was some hard riding and not a great start for you, but you really recovered well and very strong finish today.
Yeah, I struggled in the start, but in C2 I guess I captured, but again two guys went front. But I thought not to go aggressive because I have to look for the championship. So I went bit calm. Then on the straight I know I can overtake in C8, so I tried only there. Last 2 laps I was closing with Mohsin, tried to be more near. Yeah, I tried, but it was a great race. Overall, it was a great weekend for me. Thank you, Honda Racing India. Thanks to all my team, my mechanic, and my coach Ramji sir, and my junior coach Mohsin. So it was good. Overall, it's a good one. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, and hope you're a lot closer to Mohsin in the upcoming races.
Yeah, I'm just looking into to go more fast. I'm just fighting with my own lap timings. I'm just trying to improve more and more. Yeah, so next round I will try. Thank you.
All the best. Congratulations. Mohsin, another victory. It was, to the viewers, it looked like you might come under some pressure from, Prakash Kamath if there were a couple more laps in this race. Do you feel you taught him a little too much?
No. First of all, I got a good start in the race, and in the race 1 too. So race 2, I got a good start, and I was thinking of keeping up the pace all the time. But after 5th lap, I was having some gripping issues with the tires because of the weather changes. I put on my tire pressure to the weather which was at the starting, but after that it became sunny, so the weather was changing. So because of that, I had to adjust my pace a little bit, but I was confident that they were far behind, so I was just calm and cool all the time. And thanks to Honda Racing India for this amazing machine, and MRF for the tires. And thanks to my family, friends and everyone, and Kevin is here, my teammate is here to support me, so I'm very happy. And yeah, let's go for the next round. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mohsin. Congratulations. All the best. Great to see the camaraderie between friends, and wish you guys all the best.